Look at your hands. Look at your life. For years, you've played by the rules. You've been the good guy. You stayed patient. You smiled when you were insulted. You worked twice as hard for half the credit because you believed that good things come to those who wait. But it's 2026. The world isn't just loud, it's predatory. While you were waiting for your turn, the people with no soul took your seat at the table. They took your girl. They took your future. The good guy is a fairy tale designed to keep you compliant. It's a leash. And today, we cut the leash. Today, you don't find yourself. Today, you murder the version of you that needs permission to win. Why does the word villain scare you? Because they taught you that a villain is someone who hurts people. That's a lie. In the real world, the villain is simply the man who stopped being a victim. In 2026, the economy is a meat grinder. Attention is the new gold, and silence is the new poverty. If you're still trying to be liked, you're already dead. You're being nice because you are afraid of conflict. That's not virtue, that's cowardice. A villain arc isn't about being evil, it's about total autonomy. It's the moment you stop being a supporting character in someone else's success story and become the god of your own. The first step of the villain arc is selective erasure. You must initiate a systemic shutdown of your external world. Most people are addicts. They're addicted to the cheap validation of a digital audience that would forget they existed in 48 hours. They broadcast their wins before they've even finished the work. They are screaming into the void, begging for a well done from people who are secretly praying for their downfall. In your villain arc, you understand that privacy is your greatest weapon. When you stop posting, you stop being a target. You stop leaking the raw, aggressive energy required for high-level execution into the drainage pipe of social media. You are no longer trading your life's work for a heart icon on a screen. You become an enigma. While they are out there projecting a fake life, you're in here, in the cold, unyielding silence, building a massive, terrifying reality. You aren't just hiding. You are starving the world of your presence until you are ready to reappear as someone they can no longer recognize. The darkness is where the monster grows. You need the isolation. You need the cold. You need to look into the mirror and realize that if you died tonight, the world would keep spinning without a stutter. That realization, that's your superpower. The world tells you to let go. They tell you to find closure and heal your inner child. That is the language of the defeated. In a villain arc, we don't seek closure. We seek conversion. We take every single memory of betrayal, every sneer of condescension, and every moment someone looked through you like you didn't exist, and we subject it to a process of alchemical spite. You don't forgive the people who doubted you. You use their faces as the target on your punching bag. You don't try to move on from the pain. You let it sit in your gut like a hot coal that keeps you awake when everyone else is sleeping. You don't argue with them, and you certainly don't try to convince them of your value. Instead, you engineer a total systematic dominance. You build a life that is so loud, so undeniably elite, and so far beyond their reach that your very existence becomes their greatest insecurity. You don't want them to like you. You want them to feel a cold, sinking pit of regret every time they hear your name. You want them to realize, with absolute clarity, that they threw away a diamond while they were busy playing with gravel. Your success shouldn't just be high, it should be punishing. Here is the dark truth about 2026. The middle class is gone. The safe path is a trap. You are either the predator or the prey. The villain arc is about developing extreme competence. You aren't just working hard. You are becoming a specialist in a world of generalists. You are learning the skills they are too lazy to master. You are waking up at 4 a.m. not because you're motivated, but because you've decided that average is a death sentence. A villain doesn't ask for a seat at the table. He builds his own table and buys the building. When you finish this arc, you won't be the same person. You'll be colder. You'll be quieter. People will say, "You've changed." Good. If you're the same person you were a year ago, you've failed. The villain arc is a one-way trip. You're trading your need to be liked for the power to be respected. You're trading your comfort for your legacy. Close your eyes. Feel the weight of the potential you've been wasting. Feel the anger of every time you said yes when you wanted to say no. That anger, that's not a sin. That's your igniter. It's time to make them regret they ever doubted you.